So I'm going to show you how to make this really good tamale pie today. This is so good. It's a recipe I got from my friend Charlene, and it is really good. It's made with honey rather than sugar, or not honey, maple syrup rather than sugar, and it's got whole wheat flour in it. It has some corn meal, and oh, it's just super good. Let's get started. So I've got my 1 pound of ground beef in my skillet heating up. I've got my burner on about, what's on medium right now. We're just gonna get this heated up and get this ground meat, or get this ground beef browned. I'm gonna add a chopped onion to that. All right, I've browned 1 pound of ground beef and I've drained it. This was lean ground beef. I have drained the little bit of fat that was in there. I'm going to add half of a chopped tomato or onion to this. And we're going to cook that up. If I had bell peppers, I would add that, but I don't. I don't have any garlic either. It would usually we'd put 2 cloves of garlic in there, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to add some garlic powder. And I'm just going to brown this until the onions are translucent, and then we'll come back and I'll add the rest of the ingredients. Alright, I've browned the meat and kind of softened the onions there. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons chili powder. Now I'm going to pour in 1 cup of broth. I am using chicken. You can use any broth you want. If I had beef, I'd probably use that, but I am using chicken because that's what I have. Just 1 cup. And I'm using 1 can of the diced tomatoes. These are diced tomatoes with fire roasted peppers, and this is, well, it's fire roasted tomatoes. I don't have any peppers in here, I just realized. But they are fire roasted tomatoes. And these are the Muir Glen Organic, and I'm going to add those. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add a can of black beans. You can also add pinto beans if you like. We're going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes, and while that's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and get the cornbread topping ready. All right, I'm going to add 1 cup of cornmeal, 2 tablespoons whole wheat flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 2 heaping tablespoons of baking powder, 1 egg beaten, 1 tablespoon maple syrup, 2 tablespoons melted butter, and we're going to add 1 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Now we need a total of 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. We're going to take 1/4 of that and add it here to our recipe and just stir that in. So I have my 8x8 square pan. You can also use a 9-inch pie plate if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and put this together. I've got my oven preheated to 375 degrees. I'm going to add my sauce first. And now I'm going to add the rest of the cheddar cheese. So this is about 3/4 of a cup. Now we're going to go ahead and pour our cornbread mixture over this. Now I'm going to put this in the oven and cook it for 30 minutes, and I am going to set this on a cookie sheet lined with foil, just in case it does sort of overflow. I don't know if it will, but if it does, I won't make a mess in my oven. And we're going to cook that for 30 minutes. And here it is right out of the oven, and we're going to cut into it and see how good it is. This is really, really good. We're just eating it up tonight, but look how yummy that is.